Hi, I'm Samantha Nicholson, National Sales Manager at VTUK, and I'd like to take you through one of my case studies. I first met with Fry & Kent in 2002. They were using another software program, and at that time they felt the barrier to change was just too much. We at VTUK believe in building long-term business relationships with all of our clients, so I kept in touch to give any help or advice I could muster. Eventually, in 2006, the situation became untenable. The accounts team were having to re-enter information into Excel because their current system simply wasn't trustworthy. This was also causing a substantial amount of time for reconciliation with the banks. They also had downtime which was causing critical issues to their business. They have 3 branches and it was of utmost importance for them to get real-time information between them. For many companies, rectifying the situation would have been enough, but we at VTUK carry out a full health check with each business practice that examines every facet of the business and identifies areas of business continuation problems, cost saving, and also new marketing initiatives to help grow the business. This was incredibly successful with Fry & Kent. In year 1 alone, we identified over £50,000 worth of cost savings and critical tax issues that could have caused massive impact at the time, but were easily overcome. They also had massive advantage from our management reporting and online solutions. A major concern from the staff was the data migration. This was handled seamlessly by our technical team. After month 1, I had the operations director contact me and sign off. This was the benchmark that we set. He then informed me that the system was brilliant and that he was very happy. But that isn't where we stopped. It's just the beginning. And the rest? Well, judge for yourself.
We knew that changing our software would be a challenge and would need serious justification. So when enough was enough, then we took the plunge and thoroughly evaluated the market. At first it seemed as though many of the solutions looked the same, but I guess they would with just an hour's presentation. However, VTUK were entirely different, and initially they provided us with a free business analysis which ultimately proved invaluable during the changeover. Now that business analysis is clearly just a snapshot in time and things can change, but we knew that, and that's why we took the final leap of faith with VTUK, and we've not been disappointed. They've provided us with assistance which is well above and beyond anything that we expected. A good example of this is the issue that arose in relation to overseas landlords. Practicing in a military town, there's a disproportionate amount of absent landlords, and it's imperative that we get raw data to them in a real-time online environment. So we discussed this with VTUK, and within a matter of weeks they provided us with their Statements Online feature, which operates very much like online banking, but for the rent account. That's one obvious example, though the real money makers are less sexy, but massive time savers which no one else has. Having said that, some of them are quite sexy, but maybe I need to get out more. For instance, the ability to have a dashboard displaying all the company KPIs is morale and team boosting in itself. How about creating a property charging schedule, which would let us set up charges which Gemini could then automatically apply? I mean, it's clear that the software has been mind mapped in a working agency because the guys have added a Google-style search which instantly searches all the main records in the database. And they must have followed a negotiator at work to create the ability to drag pictures from any folder or device on or connected to the computer directly to the property picture screen. The other thing that we liked was the bank rent import facility, which automatically allocates the rent that's been paid and updates the rent due list, the property account, client account, and notifies our team that the money has been received and that it's then due to the landlord. Ongoing from this, VTUK continues to support us both proactively and reactively by the provision of a whole host of features. The new version 8 breakfast sessions, which are free and connect directly to the technical director, demonstrate eye-watering functionality that we can't wait to get our hands on. And I've spoken to contacts in the major corporates, and the web service and deployment roadmap that the product is currently using is in line with their £1 million developments. It's an ultra system at shared cost prices. And the price of the software? I think it's made us about £30,000 in year one, paying for itself 10 times over. And the value of VTUK specifically to our business, priceless.
Hi, it's really important for us to be far more than just a software provider, but a complete solution provider for all of our clients. That's why we've got involved in the issue of standards within the industry. That's why we hosted the roundtable dinners that were attended by some of the industry's most influential figures, including the Housing Minister. That's why we brought together the industry's best suppliers to offer really great value products at the best possible prices. That's why we continue to promote the industry in a very positive way through our online presence, our marketing, and of course our charity initiatives. And above all, that's why we continue to strive in every way to surpass the standard, to be the most innovative and flexible partner that you could possibly hope for in your practice. And that's VTUK.
Well, we found that VTUK has primarily streamlined all of what we have. We're currently using a manual system, dramatically cut down on our administration work, streamlined our accounts and made life in general much more pleasant in the office.
We're new to using VTUK, but our initial assessment is that they are a very good, well-organised company, and we're looking forward to developing a relationship over the next few years, hopefully.
Well, we're quite new to the letting industry, so we've chosen to use a company we know that's got a lot of experience and can give us a product that will cover every aspect of the business that we're starting up.
We've just started to use Gemini through VTUK, and it looks a good system that we can use, but we're going live with it on Monday.
Well, we like VTUK mainly because of the prompt payments to our landlords, which is absolutely crucial these days to keeping people happy in the current climate of unrest.